but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. A gain of 3, second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Dobbins is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On play action, Wentz. He's going to air one out. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. A first down carry for Davis. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Bateman going to get it now in the jet sweep. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick-6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one good for 26 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Jackson.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
A pitch comes to Dobbins.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. 4th down, here's Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Gibson again.
And he's got room. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
A gain of 17 yards.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. On the counter, Gibson.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Commanders get a bit closer. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Lefty.
On play action, it's Wentz. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And he will find his man Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Wentz.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
Wentz going to look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz going to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Wentz going to go on 4th down.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3.
Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go play action now. Jackson.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson, 44 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Throwing is Wentz. And this is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, 37 yards.
And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now it's Jackson.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews.
And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Thomas brings it in. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Now Wentz got to have this one.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Wentz rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions And definitely not a lot of answers.
This offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw is Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Wentz. Defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
74.
Wentz now on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On 1st down, Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. To throw is Wentz. And that one is caught. So they convert here. Don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Throwing now is Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Robinson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Fourth down, here's Jackson.
That one complete to Prochet.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. One final try now for Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
And as this defense walks